Thank you for watching these videos once again. My name is Kamya Simon Peter from Poogie Code. Okay, so first of all, on this day, 25th of October 2019, MTN has put up another hackathon. So this is the hackathon of 2019. Sorry about that. So this is the hackathon of 2019. As you can see, 2019 hackathon. Please register if you're watching this video as for now. And this hackathon is going up to December, and you have a chance of winning 2,500 US dollars. Okay, straight to the point. People have been waiting for this video, and I'm giving us the first part as of today. I want to thank you for the support. I want to thank Mr. Sun from Sun Solar's system. He's a Chinese gentleman. He supported me with some dollars. You can also hear that the sound is very clear now because we have good instruments. I want to thank all those who have sent something via PayPal, MTN, and please do not forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channels. Alright, so like the previous video, we were creating items using Brian Matovu's Laravel app, and we're continuing with that today. Finally, we're going to be making some purchases. Okay, so this is a simple website that I designed to create to show you how the item works. I know most of you are into e-commerce items. Alright, so I'm going to choose an item. I do not have legal rights to display these products, but this is for learning purposes. So I'm going to choose an item. Which item could be, let's say this, and this item is 6,000. okay, so I'm adding it to my shopping list. Of course, I must log in. Alright, so you can see I already have that item, 6,000. The good thing with this shopping cart, I'll be teaching how to use this cart in Laravel. I can have this item has, for example, this item has, it's the same product, but there are two different items because of the sizes. The sizes have different prices, and you can see the total price right here. Alright, so let me continue shopping, and I add one item, maybe this perfume. That's too expensive. I want something that is not that expensive. Alright, let me add more, maybe 6,000. Alright, so I have two items of 6,000, which makes it 12,000, and then one other item of medium size, which is also 12,000, which makes it 24,000. Alright, so right now, when I choose to buy items, I get the checkout. So in the checkout, I'm supposed to have the user is supposed to enter their number. So we shall see in the other parts, but probably a person will enter 077 something 3030. This number is always onto the net like that. My number, I am not afraid to display my number. Alright, and then they choose to check out to buy items. So when they choose to buy items, this is where the magic now starts. This is where the actual connection to the MTN servers comes about. Alright, so what I did, I already created a form of the checkout, and in that form, so the action, it is going to a route called Pay MoMo. Those of you who are new to Laravel, I'm creating Laravel series for you, especially for the competition. But those who know Laravel already, this should be good to go. So I'm going to go to the web. Alright, so let me make sure I'm checking into the right folder. Alright, so I'm going to go to the routes, and then I choose web. So I have a route, I created a route here called Pay MoMo. I'm very sure I created it under the authenticated users. So pay MoMo, okay, and then it is routing to transactions controller pay MoMo. So this is the transactions controller, and this is the method called pay MoMo. All right, so when someone puts an input, okay, all right, I need to go back to the view and double click on that view. So check out. So when someone makes an input, the first input is, the inputs are being taken from the tables themselves, and the inputs are hidden, so no one gets to know. They won't display on screen, and they are inputting those actual items that are selected. Now, right now, I haven't made any loop because I don't want to confuse people, so it is inputting only the first item, and then the quantity, and then the price, and then the total price too. Now I'm recording all this, much as I need the total price alone. I'm recording all this because I need to save something to my transactions table, so that I can follow which customer did what and whatever order they did with that. So I'm going to break this into particular series, particular parts, so that we make understanding easy. So here is the button that routes to, that goes to that URL, pay MoMo, which is buy items. So if I come back to the view, you can see there is buy items. All right, so right now when I click, I disabled most of the items. So let's see. So it is saying the response message is unavailable. All right, so I'm going to go now and show you how we can put things right. All right, so I'm going to go to this transactions controller. So let me increase what we can see, sorry, so that we can see. Hope people can view this well. So the first thing I'm going to do is input. Okay, so I'm going to input what items are being brought in, the quantity, and so I'm creating variables, the quantity of the items, and then the price, okay, and then the total price, and then I'm creating a JSON that will record all this data and put it in one table. So I'm creating a JSON encode for this item, for the checkout, and then I'm putting in those variables, the products variable, the quantity, the price, and total price. All right, so I'm going to do a die dump for the checkout, so that we see the response. If really when we check out, we go straight to, we see these products and the total price. All right, so note that the total price is 24,000. So I'm going to go to proceed to buy items, and you can see, so it is bringing one item. Like I said, I don't want to confuse the people, and that price in that item. So the price here, the 12,000 of the Ariel detergent, all right, and then the total price. Okay, so the total price of that particular item. All right, so we are very now sure that we are getting all these that we need. Okay, it is taking it to our method. So this is our next step. Now we're going to be using Brian Matovu's app, and this is how you use it. So the first thing you do, you come up here and use Brian Matovu's app. So I'm going to go to his Git documentation. Okay, all right, so you choose use Brian Matovu and you put it up here. Okay, so I've copied that and I'm pasting it here. Use Brian Matovu stroke MTN MoMo products collection. All right, then I come to my method. The method is called pay MoMo. Okay, so the next thing he says, remember we did this in Tinker already. So the next thing, he creates an instance of the collection. So he creates a new object for the collection. He creates an instance. So I'm going to copy this, and then I come here into my method. All right, so after the input from the request input, so I'm going to make the instance of the collection. Now after making the instance of the collection, I'm also going to copy now this variable. So I'm making a request to pay, so I'm going to copy the request to pay. All right, so I paste it here, the request to pay. Now the request to pay is taking in this. It's taking in the party ID, that is sorry, the transaction ID, that is the number that you are using. For example, I told you how I generate mine. We're going to see how we're going to write that automatic generator. But for example, today is 2019, and we're in the month of October, and today is 25th. Okay, so, and then the customer, maybe this is customer 001. All right, and then this is a test number from the MTN documentation. Remember the MTN documentation? There is a test number when you go to the documentation. I won't go into that. I don't want to make the video so long. And then that variable total price that I brought in here, okay, is what I'm referencing here. Okay, so I'm supposed to get the total price, and then this Momo transaction ID is supposed to bring back something, and that something that it brings back is what we shall look at. But so that I'm going to die dump or echo whatever it brings back. So let me do a die dump of whatever it brings back. Okay, so that we see it. All right, so let me go back, refresh. Okay, so I'm going to go to buy items, buy items from the checkout. All right, so I'm supposed to get a response. So, and this is the response. Now if I get this response, okay, let me copy it. I'm going to go to where that project is. Let me go to where the project is. Okay, in my WAMP server. I just want to show you that these two items interconnect. So I'm going to www, okay, and then I'm going to open my shell from here. So the first thing I'm going to do a PHP artisan tinker, PHP artisan tinker. Okay, PHP artisan tinker, and then when you go, as it loads tinker, when you go to Brian's app into the documentation, okay, when you scroll down somewhere, you choose to dive into the source code documentation. So under the source code documentation, you look for Momo, you look for the product you're looking for. That product, for example, I'm using collection. Okay, and then under collection, you're going to look here are the variables and the methods created for you to use. And then for us, we want to get, there is get account status, blah blah blah. So for us, we want to get the transaction status. Okay, and it takes back that variable, the Momo transaction ID. Okay, so for us, we're going to get the transaction status. All right, so we're going to run collections get transaction status. So I'm going to come here and I do $collection, and then I point into get transaction status, and then I'm going to paste that ID. So let me terminate. I'm going to paste that ID here, that ID that was generated from as a response. Copy it, and then I come to the shell and I paste it here. All right, and then I press enter. Oh, I'm supposed to have it as a string. Okay, I'm supposed to have it as a string. All right, get transaction status. Okay, so the first thing I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to run sorry for that. The first thing I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to go back and use his collection here. Okay, use the collection and then make an instance of the collection. All right, and then make an instance of the collection and then run that. You can see some receiving the results. Remember, our transaction was 24,000 shillings. If I go back here, the total price was 24,000 shillings, the total price here. Okay, you can see that, and here it is being displayed. So I'm also receiving the status that it is failed because this already expired. Now when you go to your PHP MyAdmin, Brian created a table for us that is collecting our tokens. Okay, so there is a table here, Momo tokens, that is collecting our tokens. You can see it has already collected tokens for me, and then these tokens always refresh and update. Okay, so you can see the token was created at this, and then it refreshed at this, and then it expires at this. But I also have my transactions table where I'm going to be recording the transaction type, transaction status, transaction number, the X reference ID, okay, the token, the purchase amount, you know, the amount that is supposed to be refunded, all that, different from Brian's app. Never touch this table here. Okay, so with that said, let us proceed. With that said, let us proceed. So we can now get, when I go to the transactions to buy items, okay, you can see this has already changed, automated by Brian Matovu's app. Do not forget to start his app on Git. All you have to do is come to Git when you've already signed in, and then you click here on the stars. So me, I already started. I don't know how about you. You need to support him. All right, so going back, so now we want to get now all this, okay, just like it has been displayed here. Okay, we want now to display it in our, like in our within our app. Okay, so I'm going to get this, okay, and I evaluate it to what I've just done here by using, remember we are already using his app, we instance the collection already in this method. So I'm going to get this, okay, and instead I get this variable Momo ID and I put it here. So I'm pasting this variable Momo ID and I'm putting it into, I'm getting all this and I'm putting it, all this that the function is giving us, and I'm putting it into a variable called response method, response message. So I'm getting response message. So let me dump response message. Okay, so let me go back, refresh. All right, so buy items. All right, and you can see it is giving us a response message, the external ID, okay, and then the amount. All right, so I'm tired of using that amount. Let's use another new amount so that people can see that changes are going. For example, let me come here and add by 1. Okay, oh, let me reduce by 1. I haven't worked on this route. Let me reduce by 1, so it's already now 6,000, so which makes it 30,000. So buy items, so you can see the total has now updated. Again, buy items. All right, so you can see our new amount, total amount is here, and then you can see the party ID just like that, and then the status is now pending. All right, just like what the test number is supposed to give us. Okay, so next we shall be JSON decoding, and I'm very sure you don't want an elongated video, so we're going to do a JSON decode. So let me do something small. Let me do a var dump like we did in one of our first videos, var_dump, okay, to see what the var_dump will give us. All right, so let me refresh here. All right, so you can see this is the var_dump. If you watch my video about raw PHP and remember JSON decoding, you remember that's what we're going to do in our next video. So we shall be looking for this. People have been asking, how do I determine the status, and then I choose what to show the customer. So we shall be looking for the status, okay, and then also looking for the party ID that is responsible for that status. So but before we do this, we're going to make sure that we save the status, and whatever we get from the response, we're going to JSON decode it and then save it into our database, into the transactions table. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, or share. And then if you want to share with me a cup of coffee, people have done that. Feel free. You can share it on PayPal. You can share, if you're in Uganda, you can share it on via my mobile money account. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Watch out for the Laravel development videos. See you later.